Hey, thank you and welcome back to another Thursday night as Mutants and Masterminds episode 9 entitled Demons. Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Now,
Like really ominous.
Subtitle: The group goes to therapy.
Really,
it should be like family. I should do like a family therapy episode with the four of you.
That seems like a mistake.
Just you four and Danny DeVito in a therapist's office. Or Charlie. We'll bring back Chucky for that episode. Okay.
That's hey, Charlie never left.
Kelly, it's time for that thing we do at the beginning of every Mutants and Masterminds where we listen to the Kelly Recapowski.
That's me.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. We really need theme music for this.
Day 7. That's the wrong one. I turned too many pages. Just a second. Night 7, episode 8. We interrogate Mesmer. First, he claimed he wasn't involved. Then he said he was the brains behind the Crux robbery. Then he denied it. Not sure what the truth is, but it seems he's more interested in his ego than anything else. We question him and play to his ego. Still not much to go on, but I ask how he would get rid of a vehicle without tampering with cameras. He said to blow it up. Nothing left behind but ash. That doesn't match with our van situation, but it could explain the synapse explosion. Todd suggests holding him at the Crux. Shade isn't fully convinced that he had nothing to do with the Crux problem. Shade arranges a helicopter pickup. Agent Todd's parents were in the circus. Fun fact. Protector is flying all over the U.S. He's worried about the phone book page, number 127. And he's worried that Synapse will invest the money and cause an issue. Good news, our GPS idea was a good idea. Synapse went to the Citadel University of Medicine every few days. Why? We decide to check out the hospital in the morning. During the night, Shade gets an alert on his computer. A security alert, window access detected 10 minutes ago in his room. Turns out it's Intangible, the invisible guy. From there, I took no notes. After that, we head to the hospital, and after several terrible ideas, we decide to have Chep pretend to have a seizure. That left the desk free for Shade to hack.
That was the winner somehow. We go to a Dr. Hernandez's, no relation to David Hernandez, the driver's, office. He's been out for about a week. I play lookout while Shade hacks. Shade finds a Synapse medical laboratory in the basement. Only food is ever delivered there. We catch Synapse, and I realize now that may have been a mistake. We don't know if he can control minds. He can't control minds, but he spooky whispers when people are sleeping. He says he faked his death because he knew someone was after him and he can't read them. Synapse thinks he knows based on the crushing thing, so he thinks it's Protector. It's all coming together. The originals invested using the phone book to buy the Crux. What do we do now? How do we stop the Protector? We find Shatter and tell her everything. We don't doubt that he's telling the truth, even though he could have conned us while we were sleeping. I think we're going after the Protector. But the most important issue here that I wrote down in my book is, where the fuck is the truck? Yeah.
This is the most important thing.
It is the most important thing because it's the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
It's keeping me up at night.
I've developed a heroin addiction because of it.
Whoa! That's a big one there.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that Corbin said that as Corbin and not as Chip.
Yeah, that was not Shep.
Yeah, no, this is all Corbin just trying to figure out what happened in the game.
Corbin.
The only update that I'm going to give to that update is that the conversation that Shade had with Intangible was basically Intangible coming back, hearing that people thought that maybe he had something to do with the situation at the Crux, and he pretty much assured Shade that he had nothing to do with it. And then he left, of course, leaving sweat marks on my leather chair. But I did have one question for the DM because for some reason I wrote down during that conversation, kitty cat criminals, ... question mark.
Yeah, the you said you would look up the people he was going against, the
Okay.
kitty cat criminals as a you would be aware of them as Shade. They're a burglar group operating out of Europe that rob all sorts of places.
With the kitty cat criminals during that time. All right. And I believe we left off sitting at the Chinese restaurant with Shatter.
You did. You all agreed that you were going to investigate the Protector.
Yeah.
All
And just
right.
how the hell do we presume we're going to do that?
Yeah, that's it's something to be decided later. So,
That was me kicking off the conversation for tonight. And just how the hell do you presume we're going to do that?
oh, Shatter's still there, I guess.
Chase gets the biggest, like, deer in the headlights look ever.
Does the Crux offer internships?
Well, technically, you guys are kind of in one, but yeah.
Shatter, Shade has been mistreating me. I demand a transfer to someone else, someone more put together, and someone who understands what the hell it means to be a superhero.
They would just
Can you
throw
think
you
of
out.
anyone?
They would just throw you out of the program.
Well, damn it, that was.
I'm
We're
sorry,
gonna
my
try.
reputation is too impeccable.
I mean, you're great, and I really enjoy working with you. That was me trying to act and.
No, I understand what you were trying to do, but they just they wouldn't believe a trainee over me.
And beyond that, I mean, like, the Protector's way too active, out in the field. They only do the training programs for guys who aren't really doing.
That's the other problem. He comes and goes so quickly, and whenever he feels like. It's kind of hard to keep track of him.
It's hard to trace them, definitely.
I mean, most jets on the planet can't keep up with him.
We know when he's gone, though, right? And we usually get some kind of notification as he's like coming into land.
Presumably, if he feels like notifying. Often he does, just for the fact that, incoming and outgoing vertibirds, it could potentially be an issue if he comes in at high speeds. That is actually interesting. That's a good point. If we could keep track of the vertibird tower information on a live feed, we might be able to know when he's coming and going. And when he's gone, we could...
You and I.
Yeah, they're okay. That's a plan. I mean, I don't know what the security in his... He's got to have different security, right, Shane?
Well, I mean, he's got the ultimate security. I don't think anybody has this. I don't think anybody can match his credentials around here. What he's able to get in and out of.
Well, I mean his room. Does he have anything special for his office?
I tell you the truth, I don't even know. I don't know that he
would.
would have anything different than the rest of us, but still. The guy seems more paranoid than he did before.
Well,
So I don't know if he's done anything special on his own, but at this point we can presume that he doesn't have anything different than the rest of us.
special on his own? You mean taking out ISIS? Flying
Anything
into
that-
North Korea?
Well, I mean, anything he may have added on his own technology, or had somebody do for him. that we at the Crux would not know about.
Hey, Jaded, thanks for the bits.
Hey Jade, how's it going? Well, so like this guy, he so is he like above all of the regulations that everybody else has? Does he like not have one of those tracker doohickeys too?
No. And if he does, I'm not privy to it. The Protector was the first hero outside of the original 5. Nobody else that's currently in the Vanguard outdates him. All of this stuff was basically put together by him. All of our protocols, our layouts, what we do.
I mean, I don't know, maybe this is a bad idea because I sure as hell couldn't build the thing and I'm not really sneaky enough to put it on him, but like, what if we had our own tracker for him?
Like a bell.
You're talking about like a bell around his neck there, Shep? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right. Chase, I hear what you're saying. I'm just curious about how easily he'd be able to figure that out. Because you bring up the important thing of how the hell we're going to get it on him. As far as I know, there's only about 2 people that have access to him that would be able to request his presence, and he would possibly show up. And you're looking at the 2 right here.
What about our designer? Doesn't the Crux have a like in The Incredibles, there's Edna Mode, and she's the one who designs all of the outfits, and then she puts them together. She puts all of the protections on them. She's got her team that is a team of seamstresses. Maybe it's time for his super suit to have a little bit of an upgrade.
Oh yeah, The Incredibles. Where are those guys at?
That's a cartoon, Chase.
Well, I mean, like, there were tons of movies with like.
Yeah, then they're not real. I don't know the name of the person who is the designer for the Crux, but I just assumed they had one because, you know, Edna's kind of iconic.
Well, we have a design department. She gets on her wrist. And Eli Hill, I guess, is in charge. I don't know if I've ever talked to Mr. Hill. Have you ever talked to an Eli Hill, Shane?
Hill?
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll, what would be good here? History? Expertise? You can go ahead and roll expertise.
$26.
26. You have. Last time you went in to get, they were showing you a new Kevlar weave for basic cloth, and you met with Eli. Eli is nice enough guy. Little in your face, but seemed fine. Think Hugh, but flaming.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility what we can do. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to key Eli into what's going on because he's the one who's got to embed the tracker. Now, we've got to have a reason for the Protector to come in and actually get something fixed.
That seems kind of scary, getting like a regular dude all like mixed up in this.
It does have him listed as human, small variant. I guess he has vision that works like a microscope. That's probably useful.
Well, there goes my idea of sneaking it on there without him noticing. If he could see tiny things, then he's definitely gonna notice that. Guess we're going that way. You're just gonna have to convince him it's the right thing to do, Shade.
I mean, the other thing that we could do is find out if he's due for an upgrade. We sneak into the uniform shop and place it ourselves. If there's a way that we can find out if there's any type of schedule like that without arousing suspicion.
Like, get it on there as it's shipping out so Eli doesn't have a chance to look at it.
Or put it on ourselves.
Right. Right. If we know that the Protector's coming in for an upgrade to something, we could probably find our way into the uniform shop ourselves to place it upon whatever he's getting upgraded.
We could also if we can get into the scheduling, maybe we could schedule something for him.
Exactly.
He could schedule our suits to be made at the same time that an upgrade is getting made, which would give us an excuse to be in there.
One of us does desperately need a tailor.
Need a what?
Tailor. Staring directly at Shep.
At Shep, yeah. It looks like something might need to be taken in a bit. No, you're absolutely right. And it wouldn't be bad for these guys to go down and meet with old Eli anyway. You can give them some pointers or two.
If he's as full of himself as you say he is, Shade, he would likely be relatively easy to distract.
Yes and no. Depends what's distracting him. I mean, if he doesn't find it's worth his time, he's really not going to be focused on it.
Oh, I think we've got the distractions nailed.
Ellie just points at the ill-fitting suit that is Chep. This is a designer's nightmare.
Right.
All right.
If
Sounds
we're
like-
doing these adjustments, like, is now a good time to say that, like, mine rides up in the crotch a little bit?
I thought that was always the reason that you guys were playing with yourselves in the first place.
I mean, it can be two things.
All right, let's I'll go ahead and get a hold of Eli, see if we can get you guys in there. I can just put it under the fact that you guys are the new recruits and you should have your uniforms looked at anyway. We'll see if we can find out if Protector's scheduled for anything. And if not, maybe we can get him scheduled for something.
I'll see if I can't get a feed from the vertibird tower running. No reason not to have that too.
Right. Shadow to monitor this.
All right. Good talk, everyone.
All right.
I'm gonna
well,
keep
let's,
eating this Chinese food. It's weird.
Yeah,
It
if you
feels
want-
like we've finished the meeting, but I'm just gonna sit here and eat.
I
not
don't
gonna
need
get up
food
and
on the
leave.
table.
I'm not gonna get up and leave. So
By the way, this is all on the Vanguard.
okay. Oh, do you mean I have to use my card?
Nah. We've got a tab here.
Okay. Okay. It's kind of like walking to your car in the same direction, isn't it? Just okay. So how are you guys? That's a dumb question. I don't know what to say here. Cut to whenever everyone's done eating.
With him to look.
Turbo Bud, you're okay.
Costumes. All right, heading back to the crux then.
Okay.
Yeah, the main goal then is to contact Eli Hill and schedule an appointment for these guys to get in, get their uniforms checked.
You were able to make that contact, not with Mr. Hill himself, but with an assistant, and the earliest they can get you in is 2 days from now.
Well, guys, I hope we're not in much of a hurry here. To get these alterations, can't get you in for a couple more days.
Did we find out anything about Protector?
It's a little bit difficult for me to just ask, oh, by the way, is the Protector coming in?
Shade, I would assume you probably have a way to contact the Protector. If you
I do.
directly want to.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any information that I'd want to update him on to possibly get him back here, though.
You have the page back if you want to do that.
Right, but he's going to have all sorts of questions about where we found it. So, let's have a quick discussion about that. I believe I can get the Protector back here by saying that we have the page.
Let me set the stage. You're all sitting in the Hotel 6 on Chase's bed. There is an Oakland A's game playing in the background. Go ahead.
Gross. I will want to get this down back into the lab in the protected area. It's not something I'm just going to hand back over to the Protector directly. I'm a little concerned about that. So,
I gotta click on this. Hold up.
So, but we got to make we got to find a way to tell them that we found this without giving away synapse.
Would he figure it out too easy if we just staged another thing and said we found it there?
Staged another thing.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, pretend Charlie led us to it and it was hidden in some, like, mob lair, but I don't know.
I think he would have a real difficult time believing that someone just left it behind, knowing the importance of this document.
Yeah.
I mean, what if we built on that? Who were those, the creepy folks who, Petrovs? They do kind of deal in some arms dealing, right?
Yeah, they do all sorts of shady dealings, that's correct.
So what if we play it up that Chucky, because I doubt the Protector knows that we put him in rehab, unless you told him that your CI informed you of a big deal going down with the Petrovs, that they had in their possession something that belonged to the Crux. Make it sound like it's a fence kind of deal.
Right. But maybe they didn't know what they had.
Yeah, like they were trying to fence it off, not really knowing what they had.
Not knowing the actual value of the particular item. It's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna give credit to Chase for that one because he really kind of came up with it. I just filled in the nooks and crannies.
What are the chances, though, that somebody doesn't know what they had? I mean, whoever went in there in the first place just took the one page.
Seemed like they came in and took one thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
Which, if the Protector is the one who initially took the page. No, Synapse took the page, right?
Synapse took the page with him,
Yeah.
believing that that's the most valuable thing. Correct.
So, I mean, logically, I feel like we could make the Protector, and the Protector would buy that Synapse is trying to get hot material off of him to be able to lay low more.
Unfortunately, Protector knows that Synapse knows the actual value of that page, what can be done with that page. He knows that he could have made a hell of a lot more money using the page than just selling it off.
Okay,
Unless-
seriously, stop throwing to first.
Unless he got spooked and just wanted to get rid of it because he knew the Protector would be on him like, flies on shit.
Wide on Chep.
Flies on Chep.
Chep's working right now.
Nobody wants to watch this shit. If you didn't pick him off the first time, you're not going to get him the third and fourth time.
That's
Should
not a
we,
bad
like-
idea, though. Still saying that we got it through the Petrov family. They didn't really know what they had. They got it from a guy that seemed like he was just trying to pawn it off because it was too many problems associated with it.
But they
He
didn't
wouldn't
know,
even need to know who they got it from.
Right.
What was that, Chep?
But if they didn't know what it was, and some guy was just like, "This has way too many problems," why would a mob buy it?
I don't know. Maybe they did give him some like bullshit explanation of what it is. Just say it's like that sports atlas from Back to the Future and shit. That's a pretty easy explanation. Even a mob boss would get that.
My brain's just working a little bit too much right here, but this idea just popped into my head. What if the Protector flew underneath a truck and then just flew away with the truck?
You know what makes sense?
Because Synapse is like absolutely sure that the Protector had something to do with that break-in.
It's possible.
They can never let go of the truck.
But if
Truck
that's
is
the
always
case, then Protector also knows Synapse is the one who took the page. I'm trying to second guess this all the way through, and it's probably causing too many problems for all of us.
No. That, I mean,
Because if the Protector knew that Synapse had the thing, then the Petrovs would have to have a reason for buying the damn thing. Maybe it was just Synapse going to them saying, I need to get rid of this. It's too hot for me right now, but I know you can make money off of it by selling it back to...
Maybe he gave it to them as collateral, not actually selling it to them, but something he was going to come back for. But then when the Petrovs looked at it, they said that that'd be way too much heat and the Protector would come after them. So they called us to middleman it back to the Vanguard.
You really don't want to overthink things. Like seriously, why pump fake to second?
That's a balk. That right there's a balk.
Right, that's an automatic base.
Well, they've walked 3 guys this inning. I mean, for fuck's sake.
From what I understand, putting all of the puzzle pieces together, Synapse was not necessarily involved in the quote-unquote break-in. He used that as an opportunity to get out and fake his death because he knew something was coming. So taking Synapse out of the picture, we didn't ask him when we found him how he escaped. So we don't actually know if Synapse was in that truck or if he just got away. This whole time we've been assuming that Synapse was in that truck as his escape plan.
Why the
But
hell
maybe
didn't we
Synapse-
ask Synapse that in the first place? I mean,
Yeah.
as much as we've been lamenting over the fucking truck.
Yeah, we didn't ask him if he was involved in
By
that
the
truck.
way,
I
were
like
you
how
in the
Patrick
fucking
has
truck?
totally slipped out of shade at this point. He's just Patrick screaming at the. Oh
But if
god!
Synapse,
Damn it! We had the answer!
if your theory about the protector going and flying underneath the truck and lifting the truck up is true, then Synapse would not have been in the truck. So what did protector need the truck for?
Because there was still all the missing money and
Because Synapse didn't have the missing money.
He did.
no.
He told you he did.
Synapse had the missing money?
Yeah, he told you he did. He stole. It was a throwaway line, but yes, he told you he
Okay.
stole the money. He took the money and the page to make it look like there was a grand theft happening.
So
He
wait,
wasn't.
what is
He didn't give you back the money because he just didn't. But he did tell you he took the money and the page to make it look like a grand theft, so that the theft would be investigated.
Well, I would think the squished remains of what we thought was Synapse and his wheelchair was enough for an investigation.
Right, but he didn't know for sure that was going to happen. He just thought that was going to happen.
So wait, what was in the truck? Just weapons?
No,
It was
no. Go ahead, Kelly.
electronics.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
electronics.
It was basic electronic equipment,
Electronic equipment.
TVs, cable, wireless boxes, stuff like that. Really basic cable, electronic stuff.
Did we notice any of that in Synapse's hidey hole? I know
Well,
he had like pinball
yeah,
machines.
but not an entire semi full of, TVs and cabling to hook up. It said when you looked it up originally, I think it said that it was just going to be distributed in the medical wing, in rooms, just TVs going into rooms. It was just really basic stuff: cabling, speakers, TVs. At least that's what was on the.
Well, I mean, if you really need to ask Synapse more questions, you could always just bring him another delivery. And seriously, why do they not have a reliever? Like, just come in now. He's had time to warm up. Guy's been throwing to first 20 times.
And they hit another one. Ooh, take your base.
God, this should not be happening. The A's are garbage. Why are the Giants wasting their time?
It's like when Michael and Corbin play baseball. It's not about winning, it's about sending a message. I hit 7 of his batters with my pitchers. I got 6 pitchers thrown out of the game. Wasn't about winning, it was about sending a message. And the message was,
You best be standing 4 feet away from the plate.
I think I injured 2 of them actually.
It's just really weird that all of those things happened at the same time. A breakout from the pen,
Isn't it though?
Synapse deciding to run away and steal that shit with his fake body that he'd been building for Lord knows how long. That fake body getting crushed, a truck full of generic electronics disappearing into nowhere. Like, how did that all possibly happen in the same day, in the same moment?
How much of this is just distraction? You know that Protector had clearance to be able to open the pen. That he had the ability to move an entire truck on his own and have it disappear, so that we're investigating all this other shit instead of really investigating what he thought he could have done, which was steal the page. However, Synapse was able to get in and take it before he did.
This whole thing is giving me a headache. Seriously, fuck this game. Like, and by the way, like, Synapse, all he gave us back was the page. What if he already copied it and we didn't really get anything?
I mean, that's possible too.
Also, Kelly, do you just still have the page in your fanny pack?
Yeah, it's in my fanny pack.
Okay, most valuable item on the planet, sitting in a 13-year-old's fanny pack.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The more that I'm thinking about it,
I love it.
if Protector was after the page, the less I want to give him the page.
Then we land back on square one. How do we get Protector back here?
Shep could fake another seizure.
Well, don't think I already didn't think about it. But I don't think I'm important enough that a medical emergency on myself would cause the what if, and hear me out. You know, when you have to fill in your health insurance, you have to fill in who your emergency contact is.
I felt that coming a half second before he said it.
I love this plan.
What if I put the Protectorate as my emergency contact?
I believe the Protector's attitude towards that would be whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. So I really highly doubt he would even show up.
I think you're right.
Even if that was the case.
But it's such a good idea.
So do we have to like leak that we know where the page is when it's not really there?
Honestly, it sounds like you either need to go...
You may have something there, Chase. You may have something there.
Is there any small information on the page?
If we could say to him that we think we
Small
have a
information.
line on the page, where it might be.
Small information, Chap. Define that.
Wait, what if we don't have to pretend like the page is somewhere and make up that whole story? What if we leaked some information on the page to like halfway around the world, Asia, and the Protectorate's monitoring stuff out of the usual stuff of like stocks going up? So all of a sudden, all these people in China start investing weirdly. So he goes to China and he has to actually look even more about who has it there.
I thought we were trying to get him to come here.
That does
So that
make
we'd
him
be
go
able to-
away for a long
Wait.
time.
Right.
I mean, that's not a bad idea if we wanted to keep him away from the
Yeah.
crux while we investigated his like room and his office.
Sorry, that was in phase 2 of my plan when he came back for a suit upgrade. Then like his suit upgrade was getting there, and then we had time to go
Mm-hmm.
fix up the order of stuff right there.
What if? Okay.
Gave the Protectorate away.
He says something really smart and really dumb all at the same time.
Okay. But brain blast. What if Now hear me out. Cut the page into 4 pieces.
This is endlessly entertaining to me.
And we tell him we found a piece of the page. That gets him to come back. We do the GPS, and then we lead him on a freaking scavenger hunt to find the other 3 pieces of the page that have wound up in various locations, like China, like New Zealand, like fucking Guam. I don't know. But he has to go all over the place to investigate where the other 3 pieces of the page are.
And in the end, he discovers that friendship was the real treasure all along.
Oh, holy God.
It kind of sounds like maybe you guys should go talk to Synapse again.
Let's just not piss this down our legs. For fuck's sake, we had a 4-run lead.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a pitcher hit his own second baseman in the head with a pitch. Knock him out cold, too.
Worst part
Listen.
is Chase got passed over by this guy in the minors.
It can happen easier than it sounds.
Here's a blind guy in Arizona that would agree with Chase.
It's all in how you hold the ball. If you can somehow do it with just the 2 outside fingers here, the spin, it's like a boomerang pitch is what it is. Sometimes they call it English
Talking about.
Blurns! Blurns!
It's the ultimate pitch. You think there's a fastball coming right in the middle, then it shoots right back at second base.
If we were to go back to Synapse, can Shatter turn our GPS off?
Oh god.
That's my biggest concern of if we go back to talk to Synapse, they know where we are, so they
Right.
can track us.
It's already pretty dangerous that we went there once.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if that automatically raises any red flags if all of a sudden our trackers are not responding.
Maybe it wouldn't raise a red flag, but maybe the protectorate would look at our logs.
But is there any reason we can't leave our trackers in my office?
Mm-hmm.
And then we go visit Synapse one more time. Get some more answers from him.
Shade, you do have those old VHSs from the early 90s that were all Welcome to the Vanguard.
Right,
So you're fighting a laser-eyed villain.
right. I mean, you guys can't get in for your costume alterations for 2 more days. You need to have something going on. So you're going to be sitting in my office watching these training tapes.
Oh man, that sounds
Absolutely.
really boring.
I did want to learn what would happen if I'm attacked by a guy with laser eyes.
I need to explain this a little bit more. We're not actually watching the training tapes. Okay?
Oh my
This
god.
This has been the most entertaining nothing happening I've had in a while.
Let me just restate what's going to happen. You guys need something to do for the next 2 days, so you're going to be watching training tapes. We'll be putting your trackers in my office while we go visit with Synapse. Is that clearer?
Oh.
Ah!
There we go.
I got.
I would say you
Oh.
only need 2 pitches.
Let's head to my
They're looking
office.
for and the one they don't expect.
Let's head to my office, and I will update Shatter what we're doing for the next 2 days.
Okay. Do you actually want to have that conversation with Shatter, or would you like to?
No, I basically just text her and say that can't get in for costume alterations for 2 more days. Gonna send them through, or gonna have them watch the quote unquote training tapes with a winky blinky emoji.
She
You better
said,
put an eggplant next to it so it doesn't look like you're If they check your phone logs.
I've been
Yeah,
through.
we're watching the training videos.
Yeah, no,
eggplant.
I've already been through sensitivity training. I know what not to do.
Someone of his generation has been through sensitivity training multiple times.
Right.
You just send a peach. Those are harmless.
Helen from HR is very aware of shade.
It's why I'm training now instead of out in the public so much. So that's a plan, Stan. We're heading over to my office. We're going to dump my trackers.
Okay.
We're going to head back to Synapse.
All right, sounds good. You
Stop for a smoothie along the way.
You're heading out, driving back to the hospital. Sorry, the University of Medicine. And roll perception as you. Everybody, roll perception as you go.
$27.
16. I rolled very poorly.
And 21.
104.
Oh, that's not right.
I got to assume that's not correct there, bud. 104.
Look at that. Plus.
It was at that moment.
That was the
Chase
number
saw
of
everything
dice.
the hospital had ever been.
I think I have to
Everything
tell
it
him where the
ever
truck is.
So you
Everything
change.
everything came full circle.
Tell them where the truck is.
I think I have to tell him where the truck is at that
He
point.
looks at the logo of the hospital and goes, "Guys, I know where the truck is."
I can see
It's
all
a real,
the assholes.
it's a
playing
real
my
Columbo
character.
moment for him.
It all lines up.
Uh,
It was Dr. Luthen's all along.
who?
Okay, so the for real roll is 26.
Okay. Kelly, you're in your notebook. You're missing it. Normal street stuff is happening around you.
Damn it. All right, keep going.
Shade, you see, not the street you're going, but my voice just keeps cracking. Down maybe a block when you're stopped at a red light, you see a bunch of cop cars lined up outside of a large nondescript brick building. Chase and Shep, maybe it's your perspective from the back seat that helps you with it. Maybe it's not having to focus on driving. But you both see the same thing at the same time, and then immediately look at each other to confirm. Looks on your faces confirm what you just saw. You just saw a ninja attack a cop a block away.
I thought that shit only happened in video games. Guys, there's a ninja attacking cops in broad daylight.
Are you shitting me?
No, man, Scout's honor. We gotta get over there.
I've seen some pretty weird stuff, but no, this doesn't even compare. Yeah, but it happened though.
I go ahead and turn the vehicle around and head down there. Looks like we're gonna make a pit stop here, folks.
Gonna fight a ninja. Gotta fight a ninja. Gonna fight.
What I had forgotten to do while we were in my office is place the page in my safe.
I'll give you credit for doing that. Oh no, Kelly has it. Sorry,
Kelly has it in her
Kelly
bag,
still
yeah.
has it. You forgot to do it, and Kelly's excited about still having it. So.
She interprets it as me having faith in her ability to protect it.
That's exactly how she misinterprets it. The not as an old man going through sometimers. Most valuable item in the world, sitting in a 13-year-old's fanny pack. Don't get me wrong, she has superpowers. She's very capable. But this really feels like a Men in Black, the universe rests on a cat's collar sort of situation. The,
As we're approaching it, I'm like, oh shit.
You're stopped well before you're able to get near there, okay? There's probably a dozen police vehicles, including a SWAT van and some police communications van parked outside.
Oh shit, Chief, how are we gonna do this? We don't have our trackers on.
Yeah,
If we break this up, they're gonna know where we were and know we didn't have our trackers.
You're absolutely right. We may have to let the boys in blue handle this on their own.
I mean,
However, there is someone who kind of moves faster than we can see.
Protector?
Chap, go get the trackers so we can stop this crime.
Yep.
But I thought the trackers were watching the training videos.
Shep, we need our trackers in order to get involved with this thing right here, right now. You're going to go get our trackers, and then you're going to take them back when we're done.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll ask them what they learned.
Chap, do you collect the trackers?
Yes.
Okay. While he's gone, because there's only so fast he can move through the city streets without obliterating the city streets.
Yeah, that was the whole premise of the start of the boys, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, human body more destroyable than, a lot of stuff.
Man, don't remind me of that. That was messed up.
That whole show's messed up. I couldn't make it. The you see there's no real negotiation happening. Normally in a situation like this you would expect somebody to be on a loud horn yelling in, come out with your hands up, blah 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 blah. What you're seeing is what looks like the remnants of a breach in clear by police. Communications have broken down and they've already tried to break in here, right? You can hear gunshots from within the building. And you do see one dead ninja sitting in the middle of the street. It can only be described as
Hurry up,
ninja.
hurry up.
I love the motion blur on his webcam because it looks like it's moving much faster.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, you could work for the Flash on the CW. I see you two have seen the show. It's like swimming. It's like swimming.
I could really mess the whole thing up by saying, I really should have given him the keys to my office.
Chap makes it back with your trackers.
All right, excellent. I replace my tracker and encourage the others to do so, and then head on over. To better assess the situation.
We're gonna fight some ninjas.
Who is crushing something? I can hear all of that.
I brought Twitch up.
Oh, okay. Okay. You
Hey Kelly, did you ever play that old like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade cabinet?
Yes.
This is like that.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So, what do? You're all back together. You have your trackers again.
As Shade established, we were walking towards the scene.
Okay. Exterior of the building is extended brownstone on either side. It's normal brownstone, thin buildings. This one is probably two put together and connected. 3 stories tall and quite long. The sign on the outside indicates this as some sort of graphics shop. They do graphic prints of some manner here. And that's all you can see. You are immediately approached by a police officer on your way in. Runs up to you. You're Shade, right?
Yes. What do we have going on here? What do you know?
Not joking. Freaking ninjas, man. There was some sort of... there was a call about gunshots. First responders showed up. It was all quiet, but they get taken out immediately. Guy calls officers down. Everybody shows up. It goes to hell in a handbasket. We managed to take out a couple of them, but we've had to pull out. That building's... I wouldn't go in there, man.
Well, that's kind of our job.
Yeah.
How many were you able to... I mean, they're ninjas. I mean, they're specifically designed and, trained to
We know we got 2.
not be seen, but...
We know we got 2. A couple of the guys think they tagged a couple other ones.
Which floor are they on?
We went in through the first one group in the back, one in the front, and then we had 2 guys coming in through the fire escape on the second floor in the back. We haven't heard from them.
But you have no idea exactly how many ninjas there are.
No, sir.
Was the one that was outside that Chef and Chase had seen, has that one been taken care of?
Yeah. That guy down there. I don't know what was up with that. I think he ran out here. He yelled something in a language I don't know. Fought us a bit. Something short like oh God, what was it?
Cowabunga dude?
Junie. That's what he yelled.
Well, guys, be on your guard. They can pop out of anywhere.
Does anybody know Japanese?
Do not.
Shade,
I
would
meant
you...
to learn once I hit the majors.
Shade, roll expertise. Superhero.
I know Italian, bits of it, but
Capicola.
not
Mario.
helpful situation.
Listen, if it's not related to food or someone yelling at me to get out of their dumpster, I don't know it.
He knows that in 17 languages, though.
15.
He knows "get out of my dumpster" in 17 languages.
Like,
Specifically that phrase.
I learned enough Spanish to get by.
And you've been to many ethnic restaurants, that's why.
Shade, you would know this. It doesn't require you to know Japanese. You would know it from your training. In your training, you've learned all manner of Japanese martial arts, at least briefly. Ju-ni is the number 12. Ju meaning 10, ni meaning 2. The guy ran out, fought some cops, yelled 12, and then died.
And then what?
Yelled 12, and then died.
And then died.
So the cops didn't kill him. He just
No, the cops
Died.
killed him.
Oh,
killed
okay,
him, but
okay.
before he died, he yelled 12. I share that information with the other three.
How many cops are out here?
There are 12 cop cars out here.
Yep. That was my question.
Why would he yell it? Is it a warning to the rest of them?
He's telling everybody inside how many cop
How many
cars
there
are
were?
out here.
Oh, bunny.
Doesn't give us an idea of how many are there of them, but
It does tell
Well,
you
as
that
I
he
was
was willing to
saying-
sacrifice himself simply to give information.
yeah. So as I was saying, as we enter, you got to be on your toes, so to speak. Um.
I would just say, sir, I don't know about this front door. Last few guys we sent in through there, they're just... it's a blender, you know?
What other entrances have you discovered?
There's roof access, but we haven't been able to get to it. The other buildings are too tall. We were thinking of rappelling down, but we got to get enough SWAT unit in. We lost all those guys on the first go in.
And you said this was a 3-story building?
This is the 3-story building. The building to the right of it, across an alleyway, is 7 stories, and the building to the left of it is 6 stories. So quite a bit taller on either side. Phil, for anybody who'd like to know what I'm laughing about, go ahead and check out our Discord.
I don't have it open.
I put it in chat. Join us on Discord.
Oh, yep.
That picture's
well,
funny. Also, what Bar said earlier was really funny. He said, "Okay, I can't do it, but Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt intro, but with Zaphafel." My character for Wednesday. I think that's funny. Because I was in a hole. So what are we doing?
So what are we doing?
Well, I'm looking at my gear here real quick because I do have I do have a grappling hook. But I was wondering maybe if Shep could run up the building like he has done before in training, taking the rope with him so that I may climb the side of the building to get to the roof access.
You have an
If
innate
it-
power. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shane.
Yep. I was saying if anybody else was willing to do that as well.
Along the alley access to the right, there is no windows on the first floor and sporadic windows on the second floor, or second and third floor of the building. So it'd be pretty easy to climb up that without being seen.
Okay.
Well, that's my
If you're
plan.
trying to get to the second floor, I can go in first to be safe before you throw the rope up there.
You're planning on going into the second floor?
It's not that high.
Do
I
it.
think
Like
it's more
stealing
that there
a
could be a bunch of ninjas waiting for you on that second floor. And if you go alone, they're just gonna, poof, 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 ting, 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 ting. You fall back out of the second floor.
Well, in that case, how many manhole covers are there around?
At least one.
All right. I grab the manhole cover.
Is that a good enough answer? I can't. Sorry.
Well, to say that if that's all he needs, then there's at least one.
That's all you need, buddy. I get
Just
one
sticks the
appears out of
manhole.
nowhere. Just
Just sticks
Pops
the
it.
manhole cover up his shirt.
No, I'm holding it out in front of me.
Just gonna use it as a shield.
That's pretty good.
It worked for the turtles.
Okay. I grab the rope on one end and run it up the side of the building.
All right.
Kelly, what's your climbing abilities?
I mean, I can leap up to 150 feet.
You can jump onto the building.
Yeah.
So could Chase probably, but
Yeah,
He's got
that
the
was
leg
the idea.
power
I
for
was
that?
thinking, like, I would jump through the window, and then everyone else would follow. Either jumping through, or running up to, or climbing the rope that.
well, they're going to the roof. They're going to the roof. They're going to the roof. They're
So I'm wondering why you're wanting to go to the second floor.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'll meet you guys on the roof.
Okay. Okay,
Well-
Shep.
Shep, I appreciate you jumping up there because I'm the only one who can't jump onto the top of the building. So
Okie dokie.
Okay, I need all of you. I believe in your ability to do it. However, would you like to do it stealthily?
Yes.
I'm sure gonna try.
Young Kelly / Nikki, yes? Yeah, there you go.
I
Okay.
am still bringing the manhole cover with me.
Hey, that's fine, man. Stealth, all of you, go. Not Shade, because he's waiting in the alley like a schmuck, like a non-superpowered schmuck.
yeah, that hurts. That just hurts. You didn't have to go there.
7.
16.
So there's no stealth that happens at all. The
Does Chase drop the manhole cover? on the...
Chase lands on the air conditioning unit on the roof. That makes a very loud noise. Chep runs up there and displaces all of the gravel that's on the roof, and it just flies all over the place. All the nearby windows from the other buildings shatter as the gravel gets displaced, and Kelly lands mostly normally.
I look over at Kelly from on top of the AC unit, like, do you think they heard that?
Dented in.
Yes.
Would just be pigeons.
That's some honking pigeons.
me and Chase start.
I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. I like 'em big. I like 'em plumpy. Fucking big ass pigeons. Here we go.
My wife and I passed a
good.
truck the other day that painted on the back of the tailgate, or I should just say painted on the tailgate. It actually said, "No fat bitches."
Did it also say tiny ass penis?
From the looks of the person, and you should never judge someone by the way they look, but in this case, he was pretty gross.
Kelly's pork brains and milk gravy.
There
that
you go.
and more you can see on our Discord. Thank you, Patrick.
Pork brains and milk gravy.
Kelly.
And that's an episode of the Brady Bunch. What do we have? Pork brains and milk gravy. Actually, it was pork chops and applesauce, but
yeah,
pork
that
chops
sounds
and
more like
applesauce.
that sounds more like Brady Bunch.
Oh.
Not pork
Anyway,
brains and milk.
knowing
gravy.
full well that we made a hell of a racket, I would move over to near the. If I can see a roof access, I would move.
Yes.
Access. I was move near it and wait for someone to come through the door with the manhole cover in hand.
Okay.
I'm still down on the ground, just shaking my head.
Do you
And
climb
lean
up,
over-
Shane?
Yes, I start to climb up.
Chep,
And
did
lean
you
over the
attach that
wall.
to anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lean over and go. We're all up here. You can come up now.
into my comms because he didn't have to do this. Shep, you could have just used your comm.
Sorry.
And by the way, if you want to pull on the rope to make this ascension quicker, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Oh yeah, some super strength coming up.
No. I don't want to be yanked over the top of the building. All right.
He doesn't have super strength, Shade. He's not gonna get you. Roll athletics, Chep.
I got a 33, a natural 20 for climbing.
14.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty normal, right?
So Shade, you get up there pretty quick. You're used to climbing as part of your regimen. So you're
I just
doing
didn't know if he was going to be like pulling the rope super quick.
Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly and Chase, while Chep is doing this, I would like you to roll perception. Mm.
24.
24.
25.
25. Chase, now that you're over by the door, Kelly, what were you doing in that point? Just hanging out?
I'm watching Chep attempt to pull up a rope as though he is a strong person.
And I believe that he can handle it because he says he has super strength.
Indeed, he has said that.
Kelly and Chase. While you're slightly distracted, you still notice this. Now, when you have a chance to look around, you see that there are ropes leading to the other nearby buildings up in windows that are open. It was hard to see before because they were made to be the same color as the brick buildings around, camouflaged in their own right with simple spray paint. The Chase, you don't hear anybody coming up the stairs, but you see forms moving in the windows nearby of the buildings. You believe they've already made their escape. Shade, you reach the roof.
So when I get up to the roof, what do I see them doing? Kelly, you were doing what?
I was just watching Chep struggle, but I also noticed the ropes, so I'm kind of looking at the ropes.
Chase is doing what?
I noticed the ropes, but I'm still guarding the door, just in case.
What ropes are you referring
As
to?
logical of a conclusion as Kelly.
I point out the ropes.
And what are these ropes doing?
They're leading from other windows to other buildings, and we saw, well, Chase saw some movement in the windows. So we think they probably already got away.
At this point, Chase, you hear shuffling coming up the stairs.
Shuffling where?
Coming up the stairs from behind. Well, coming toward you from behind the door.
I stand at the ready at the door, but I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to swing immediately because if they were ninjas, they're being kind of loud for ninjas, so it might be somebody else.
The door bursts open. And 4 people dressed like this come running out.
Oh, good. I throw the manhole cover like a frisbee at them.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh shit, no, I have the thing right there. Go ahead and roll your attack check.
Okay, I will roll throwing.
Throwing. -1 because this is an improvised weapon.
As 36.
36. That will almost assuredly hit them. Yes, that hits. So now they roll their. God damn. Their toughness is so it's a 20. What's your thrown? What's the damage on your thrown? 15 plus.
15 plus. I have throwing mastery 12, so it's an additional 12 damage. And then what do I add? Do I add strength or anything to that?
Is that not already calculated in that 12?
Throwing mastery is just a bonus 12.
Okay, so then you would also roll strength. You would also add strength. Sorry.
Okay. Then 26.
26. No, 26. So that's 26 plus 15 for throwing.
Yeah, so
damage.
So yeah,
41.
That's 41.
Casual 41.
It's like it's the thing I do.
Yeah.
You throw things.
That's 41. That's. That guy is not cold immediately if you don't kill him. So you tell me.
He's what?
He's either knocked out or killed. What'd you do?
Was trying to go non-lethal. You can determine for yourself if that works or not. But basically, I was going for the midsection and trying to knock him into all the guys behind him.
Hit a man in the sternum with a manhole cover, man. I don't know what you were expecting. Those things weigh a lot.
So
I aimed at the knees. What do you want?
Alive or dead? That guy has a manhole cover in his chest, and he's somewhere back down the stairs. The other 3 managed to not get hit by that, as their first compatriot flies back down the way they came. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, hold on. I had something for this. Going down, sir.
Just roll
Nope,
initiative,
okay.
you piece of shit.
By the way, Lincoln, Nebraska is one of the has a company that is one of the leading manufacturers of manhole covers.
Really?
Yep, the Dieter Company.
Nice.
They do that in tree grates and all sorts of pressed or forged metal.
13 for my initiative there, Super Chief.
34.
27 ba.
Okay. 27, 13, 34.
Hey, Corbin, thanks for paying to be here.
Thanks for being here, Corbin. And Kelly, 24. Okay, so that's Shep first.
All right, I am going to.
There's basically 3 other ninjas on this roof currently.
Yeah. I'm gonna fast attack the one on the left. So run up and fast attack.
Okay, do it.
Every time. Okay, so it's power.
D20 plus your attack bonus, which is fighting in this case, plus any additional modifiers.
So that'd be 29.
29 beats their parry, so that is a success. They're now going to roll a d20 plus the resistance modifier. And your hazard on that is 15 plus what?
4.
Okay, so it's 19. So 13. They rolled a 13. That versus 19. That's 5 more. So that guy gets a hit. Okay.
All right.
No, it's dazed actually, because it's -6.
And you know why he's dazed? Because I punched him right behind the ear.
We're doing this again. Gotcha.
Always the ear, man.
Messes with their equilibrium.
Shade.
I am going to attempt close combat armed with my power knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm crossing over, I am putting them on my hands because I get a hell of a bonus for attacking in close combat. Armed, 26. 41 to hit.
I'm assuming you're attacking an unattacked person.
Yes.
Okay, 41 to hit. That will hit.
So if successful, that's a resistance check. Blah 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 blah. The damage with my power knuckles is 22.
$22 is the damage. He needs to roll resistance. Sorry, I'm balancing some stuff here. He rolled well. 18 plus, so he gets a 20 on his resistance check. So that is only a hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, versus hazard plus. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't add my 15 to that. No, I did. That's 22. You're right.
I was going to say, if it's 22 plus 15, holy shit. Kelly.
I would like to. How far away are they from me?
You would be able to get there, for sure. At least with your boots. If Shade can run there, then you can get there.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to like run up on them. I kind of want to just.
I'm going to put
right
him at. Let's put him at 35 feet then.
Okay. I don't know what the.
Movements are in yards.
Yeah. No, I was looking at the range of my whip, or my yo-yo. My yo-yo is 15 feet, so I will move 15 feet forward, and then I would like to attempt to just bop him right in between the eyes with my yo-yo.
Boop his snoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do
Break his nose with a yo-yo.
That is you know what? If anybody's ever owned a yo-yo, they're very violent weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Even when used by yourself.
It's an offensive weapon, that is.
Well, I guess that's only an 18.
18 plus your fight plus your ranged. Or do you add fighting on that? That's probably ranged. Agility.
It's ranged.
And do you have any modifiers attached to the yo-yo itself to give you bonuses to attack? My voice is getting deeper as this continues.
Pretty sexy.
I know. I'm gonna lose it, so tomorrow I won't have one. But
Even sexier.
even sexier.
I will call it because I have this, and I'm just now reading this, so I apologize.
No, you're fine.
I have a thing called an all-out attack that I can take a penalty of up to -5 on my dodge/parry to gain the same number in attack bonus. So I will go ahead and take that -5 on my own dodge and parry
Okay.
in this
hit?
next turn to add 5 to this.
Okay. So that in total would be 23?
23. Mhm.
23. That will hit.
So then my damage,
It's going to be 15 plus whatever your damage on your yo-yo is.
which I think it might already add that because my damage is 25.
That's
my boss.
pre-calculated then.
Yeah.
So let me roll that plus the resistance. It rolled okay. 50, 17, 25, that's 7. So that's a hit in a daze. So that guy's dazed. Basically, he gets half movement. No, he gets one action, move or a standard action. So he's going to get half of the amount of stuff he can do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you throw your yo-yo out and you just see blood shoot out from underneath his wraps.
And then I will, because I have the ability to move, attack, and then move again, I will move back the 15 feet that I initially moved to keep them 30 feet away from me.
Sounds good. Okay. That will take us to their turn. Sorry, Chase, you go last. And the three of them attack. Shep, you get attacked.
Okay.
With his sword. Okay?
Okay.
There's is 21 versus your parry.
My parry?
Parry plus 10 is what it is. Unless that's
20.
pre. So parry is your fighting plus 10.
Okay, so 14.
Okay, so he hits.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll a d20 plus your toughness, okay?
Alright.
And his attack is a 18 damage.
It beats my 12.
Okay. So you're going to you get slashed and you have 2 hits against you and you are dazed. So you only have a move or an action, okay?
Alright.
And next turn. And those 2 hits against you count as basically -2 to anything you would do. Okay?
Gotcha.
Alright. The next one, attack. That guy's dazed that hit Chase. No. That one's attacking Shade, and then one would try to go after Kelly. So one would run to the one that you hit. Kelly would run to you, but wouldn't be able to do anything else because they are dazed. Shade, you would get attacked. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's a terrible roll. So good for you.
Yeah, I need the equivalent of a sentinel feat. They're all just running right past me.
Lick on time.
Well, they're not running. They're ninjas. They're doing like cartwheels and stuff. Exclusively cartwheels.
Exclusively.
Because I think that's funny now that I've said that out loud. There's a baby.
It's Lincoln.
Laura's not here, so I'll sing it. It's Lincoln.
It's hot.
Lincoln time. It's hot?
Hi.
Oh, you're saying hi. Okay.
He's saying hi. Hi, Lincoln. How are you? Did
You
you
see
get
them
your
over
chocolate
there?
milk today?
Did you go to
Did
school?
you have your chocolate milk today at school?
This school.
Yeah,
Yeah?
you went to your new school.
New school.
This school.
Yeah. Do you have lots of friends there?
Did you drink chocolate milk today? Chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk is the best. I like chocolate milk.
Did you play with Miss Allie?
Is
Miss
Miss
Allie?
Allie your teacher?
We don't want to talk?
No, just wants
Okay.
to listen.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye, buddy.
Okay, give me a kiss. I love you.
Pieces.
Kisses. I love you. Be good for mommy. He tore off a large chunk of his blinds today.
Of his what?
His blackout blinds. Just tore it off. It's a strip right in the middle of it. Just tore it out. Delightful. So gonna replace those soon. Okay. And Shade, I was attacking you, wasn't I?
Yeah, you said that he had a poor roll.
Yeah, he had a terrible roll. What is your parry, sir?
Well, I'm going to use a defensive roll along with it, which is an advantage.
Okay.
So, do toughness is. Target defense class. So this is close, so it's parry. That's 14. Plus my defensive roll adds 2 more, so that's 16 altogether.
All right, he misses as he swings at you. Okay, and that takes us to Chase.
All right.
All right.
Chase.
Is there the customary cinder block that people leave out to prop open the?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, then I'm just gonna punch the one that slashed at Chet.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any distance between us, but either way, I'm either just.
It
turning
wouldn't be
around.
far enough for it to matter. So D20 plus your fighting.
That is a crit if it matters.
Ooh.
Crit does matter.
Yep. They're handled differently though in this game.
We haven't had like a bunch of crits yet. Let me look that up. I think it's an automatic success, but you're supposed to roll it anyway, so we can do damage. So no matter what, he gets they get a -1. It doesn't even matter. Like if somehow their toughness matches or gets better than yours, they still get a -1 hit, based on the crit. Okay.
You've scored a critical success. Determine the degree of success normally, and then increase it by 1 degree.
Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Okay.
So, their defense is much lower than that, so you succeed. They roll their defense.
Critical success with an attack is called a critical hit.
Minus 2. So 15. What is your damage on that? 15 plus
is
your...
my damage 15 plus strength?
15 plus strength, yes.
29.
29. Okay. So that is... Two failures. So that's 3 failures. 1, 2, 3. They move to staggered as opposed to dazed.
You automatically hit regardless of your target's defense, and you score a threat.
So at staggered, they have the same as dazed, only one action move or standard. Move at half speed, and if they're ever staggered again, they're incapacitated. Okay? But right this one, this guy has -5 to everything it does. So the point is, every time you get one of these, it gets easier and easier and easier. Okay. We're back to the top, so let's check.
All right. I'm gonna fast attack the dazed one.
The one you were just attacking.
Yes.
That guy's staggered now because Chase punched him.
Oh, he's staggered now. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It's gonna be much easier to take him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast attack him. Just get him out of the game.
Do it.
All right.
D20 plus your fighting.
Fighting -2, right?
-2 for taking if you have 2 hits against you.
So 21.
21. That means that guy is target defense, defense parry, so it's minus 1. Oh yeah, that lands.
All right.
He rolls. Might as well not have. What's your damage?
That's a roll +4, right?
No, your damage is 15 plus whatever your damage on fast attack is.
Oh, 25.
25?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's incapacitated. How you do it? Kill or knockout?
Knockout.
Okay. Would you like to explain it?
I ran up to him, punched him right behind the right ear, and then Chase did some stuff. He slashed me, and I followed up with a hook on his left ear.
Nice. All right. That leads us to Shade. Shade, the one you were fighting, only has 1 hit against it.
And I'm going to continue to attempt to pummel him. I get 2 attacks this round.
Sounds good.
First hit, 41.
Absolutely hits.
And it's the same damage as before with 22.
22. That hits with so many successes. So that's a 4 grand total. So that's 3 failures. No, that's 16 plus. That's 4 failures. You knock him out. Knock him out or kill him. Which would you prefer?
It'll be a knockout.
Okay.
So essentially, yeah, a similar punch that would be more towards the neck, the side of the neck, as opposed to the head.
All right. Sounds good. That leads us to Kelly. That one guy's run up on you. He's got a sword.
He's all the way up next to me now?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna punch him in the face with my sock and bobbers.
Sock and bopper.
Bopping and socking. 24.
24 will hit.
That's 26 damage.
26 damage. Let me roll. That's a 2. So, Kelly, how do you knock this one out? Knockout or kill. Your choice.
Knockout.
Okay.
In the 6 seconds that this happened, he has run up on me. I see him run up on me. I punch my hands together like the Hulk, and then the sock and bobbers appear because they're just part of me now.
Uh-huh.
And I just punch him directly square between the eyes where I hit him with the yo-yo. And his eyes roll back in his head and he just falls.
Da 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 da. You guys are so
I did
good.
it.
You guys beat up some ninjas. All right, I gotta go pee. Do we want to do a potty break?
Yeah.
Potty break.
Yeah.
Potty break. Potty break.
And I was left here
Oh.
sitting awkward. Oh god.
man.
Oh. Damn it! He finally did it. He installed a toilet under his desk because he's working too much.
Really impressive thing is all I have to do is lean back to flush it. Be right back.
Oh my goodness. Someday I will learn how this system works. So I've got Laura,
Mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of character notes to read.
Oh, yeah?
I'm pretty excited.
For...
Amanda's character, she forgot to give them to me in the first episode.
Oh. Yeah.
But, and I really trying to figure out how to how to do any semblance of a slow build for that campaign. If maybe that's not even something I should worry about. It's comedy, but you know.
Are we playing on Sunday? Since
That's a very good
Day
question
weekend?
because Father's Day. I still haven't heard exactly what our plan is. I think they're lunch plans, but I don't know. A
'Cause
lot.
I'm driving to North Platte Saturday after my Saturday morning game, and I can drive back. It just means I'm gonna have to drive Hugo all the way back to Omaha and then back down to Lincoln for the game that night,
Oh, that's
which
rough.
cuts down the amount of time I would actually get to spend with the dad. So
I can do it tomorrow.
Well, maybe we should plan
Oh
for
my god.
something.
find out what everybody else is doing because I can make it work, but I do know it's Father's Day.
I feel happy. Happy.
What do you have going on Father's Day?
Me?
Yeah.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah.
It's Sunday.
Probably nothing. What?
Trying to figure out what we should do.
Are you busy, Laura?
Well, I'm driving home on Saturday afternoon.
Uh-huh.
So I theoretically can make it back in time. It just would be, I'd have to cut down the amount of time that I'm home on Sunday, and I would have to drive back to Omaha to drop Hugo off, and then back to Lincoln.
You know what? Don't worry about it. We'll meet live and we'll do something fun.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a live trivia show.
Oh, God.
Even if I have the energy to... That might not have. That probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying. I'm really struggle busting here. Here we go! Woo! We're never gonna die! So, what... it takes an hour in-game for you to completely heal up everything. Okay?
Alright.
So for the next hour, whatever injuries you may have taken, you still have.
Right, well, in the aftermath of that, I would be like halfway concerned that there are more of them coming, but like, Chet, you okay, man?
Oh yeah, just another sword attack.
This has happened before?
Oh, yeah.
No
Mind
explanation.
indulging me?
Oh, jeez. It's hard to count. Just going back through all the sword attacks. I mean, trying to get home through the streets of New York, run into a gang that just has some swords.
You ripping off the Warriors, bud?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I had no idea you were from the Big Apple. I almost feel like you said something completely different before. But I can't really remember. What do we do now, Shade? It looks like some of them might have gotten By the way, I wasn't quite clear, out of character on the ropes. Were the ropes leading down towards the other buildings?
No, they're leading up, at least a story in each direction.
So it was either a way to escape or a way to get into this building.
Mm-hmm. Could have been.
My character is an idiot and wouldn't know the obvious answer to that, but I know the obvious answer to that. What do we do, Shade? Do you think there's more of them? Do we need to go down the stairs?
Yeah, well, definitely yes. If they're using these ropes as a way to escape, I think maybe we should probably cut them if we can.
All right, I grab one of the katanas and start cutting ropes.
With your strength, you would be able to do that very easily. These swords are very sharp.
And if there's any rope that we can salvage, let's go ahead and tie these guys up.
I
Hell,
look it all.
forget that. We'll use the zip ties.
I was like, kind of wish you'd said that earlier, Super Chief.
We got zip ties. Never mind that.
You zip tie them.
I keep forgetting we have cool things.
What do you mean? Ropes are cool. But yeah, zip ties are way cooler. I put like the zip ties around the guy who I basically embedded a manhole cover in. I'm like, that's gonna hurt tomorrow.
Now he won't move.
Yeah. You just place a katana through his leg into the roof. That'll hold him.
Ruptured both lungs. He'll be fine here.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
All right. Well, I think we should probably head down through the roof access.
Yes, everybody?
Keep clearing as we go.
Okay.
I, however, am going to try to do it stealthily ahead of them.
Okay.
31 on that roll.
31. Okay.
And you would did you give us a cue to let you take a little bit of a lead?
Yeah, I'm telling you guys to hold up.
Okay.
I will also be sneaky.
Go sneaky.
28.
Very
Nice.
sneaky.
We
Okay.
just need to get it.
Yes.
Chap and Chase, what are you doing?
I need to take the trackers back, don't I?
We're not done here, Chief.
Oh, gotcha.
We're
We're gonna try to clear the building. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Shade said to give him a lead so that he could sneak down, but then Kelly also snuck down. But I think they're both doing a good job. We should probably just give them a little bit of time because we're not very quiet.
Okay. So how's your day?
I mean, it's all right. Like I kind of hope I didn't kill that guy because we're like still standing at the top of the door. It's terrible.
Well, I
when
mean,
that
you
guy's
threw,
just-
you threw a 20-pound piece of metal at a man's chest with full super strength. I mean, I don't need God to survive that. I've got super strength. He's just a little ninja guy. Poor little fellow's all tuckered out.
You leave Tweedledee and Tweedlechep on the roof to talk this out.
Tweedledum and Tweedledummer.
I just sneezed so loud I woke my dog up, and now he is concerned.
Well,
Oh no.
it's because he loves you. We're all worried about you, okay?
Thank you. You should be.
God, I am now. So you two are sneaky snacks going down the stairs. You find yourself on the 3rd floor. Looking around, the immediate room that you were in, nothing special. Small utility room. Looks like there's a lot of tools and replacement parts for some sort of machinery in here. There's one door to exit.
I'm sorry, you said there's one door? I was typing notes.
There's one door, yes. There's only one door to exit.
I go ahead and listen at the door.
Roll perception. Initially, you don't hear anything.
16.
Taking a few extra seconds, you still don't hear anything.
I, as quietly as possible, open the door.
You find yourself in a bloodbath.
In a what?
Bloodbath.
Bloodbath. Like the remnants, the
Yes.
leftovers of a bloodbath?
Yes.
Okay.
What used to be very nice carpet is completely soaked in human remains. There's a large assortment of people and what used to be people all over the place. Clearly removed from this mortal coil via sharp-bladed objects. Also in this room are poker tables and craps tables. Everyone who is on the floor is wearing nice suits and dresses. There's probably 36 people in total.
And all of them very dead.
All of them very dead. Spray painted on the back wall, it simply says new management.
Ooh.
With a it was done with spray paint, but clearly there's a stencil or something used, right? It's what you can only describe as an Oni mask. You recognize one of the ninjas from the roof carrying one around his waist.
I start to walk in the room behind Shade. I see the dead people and just go, nope.
I kind of snap at her and I'd say, if you're going to be a crime fighter, you're going to have to deal with this.
Fine.
That's a lot of dead people.
Yeah.
Kelly, I'd like you to roll a fortitude defense. That is based on stamina.
You don't see something like this very often, but it does happen once in a while.
So the number next to my fortitude is 12. So I roll that. Because my
Yes.
stamina is 10 and I have 2 ranks in fortitude.
No, roll the ranks.
So I just roll +2.
Yes.
Well, it's stamina plus whatever points you put into fortitude.
Stamina is 10, so yeah, roll +12.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, that's gonna be real bad. 30.
Okay, you're fine. You feel a little nauseous going through there, but you understand that this is, you taking what Shade said to heart, you understand this is unfortunately part of the job. Both of you rolled, Shade, you already rolled perception, correct?
Not in this room, no.
Both of you may roll perception later.
26.
$32.
Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
you recognize a large, well-built man who doesn't have his stomach put together anymore, leaning against the wall to the stairs to the floor down. He has a fully automatic weapon draped around his shoulders, and you recognize him when you were walking through the Petrov Club. Shade. She brings this to your attention. Kelly, go ahead and bring it to your attention.
I know that guy.
Shade. Looking at the man. That's a Petrov cousin.
Cousin?
Yeah.
Recognizes.
It's like Igor or Ivan or something. You can't remember exactly, but that's a cousin. More importantly, mainline last name Petrov.
Petrov family. Looks like someone's gone to war with the Petrovs.
Are any of the other Petrovs here? I see that it says under new management. Are they trying to take out the Petrovs?
That's what I'm thinking.
Looking
I
around.
go ahead and head back to the door that we came in and try to get Chase and Shep's attention to let them know it's safe to come down.
All right, Jason, Shep, how has this conversation continued since they went downstairs?
I mean,
Go on, make your point.
I just threw the thing, man. It's like, how can you think and hit at the same time?
I'm just saying, if it weighs 20 pounds and it's made of metal, maybe not throw it at a tiny little Asian man.
Whoa, you're assuming a lot here, and
You know I am, that's true. Just because they're a ninja does not mean they are from Asia.
shit.
By the way, manhole covers are about 250 pounds.
Yes, see.
Which is
yes,
why
see,
it drives me nuts in every dumb
Movie that
crime
they-
show or
like,
movie that they're underneath it just going, ah.
I saw a video of a guy in Brazil. You know those videos of the guys on the back of motorcycles that they just try to rob everything, right? I think everybody's seen at least a handful of those. These guys pull up next to a manhole cover. The guy jumps off the back and decides he's going to, I guess, steal the manhole cover. So he grabs it, and it's a manhole cover. It's heavy as hell. Probably weighs more than him. Actually manages to lift it up. But the problem is he's straddling the open manhole now.
Oh,
Moves
no.
his left leg wrong. Drops the manhole on his hip that was sitting above. The manhole rolls over. He pulls himself out. And of course can't stand anymore because he's just shattered his right hip.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just the whole series of why.
Ugh.
Shit. Oh yeah, shit. We were supposed to follow.
I've never even thought of that pain before, but this the moment I saw it. Sorry, Chase.
I was like, oh shit. We were supposed to follow him.
I'm still going.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So he leads you down. Chep and
Look
Chase.
down here.
Chep and
Look down
Chase.
here.
You see the Eli Roth film that has happened in this room down here.
Oh man. That's a huge bummer. Oh man, that's fucked up. That's a lot of funerals to go to. And you know, you should always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours.
I update them on what Kelly had discovered and what we're thinking is that someone's trying to replace the Petrov family, or at least the business. Going to take them over.
Oh, it's like a gang war, like in that Boondocks movie, or Mob War, international mob war thing. I don't know. Chet got me thinking that the ninja dudes were Asian. So sorry, I'm maybe jumping to conclusions here.
So from here,
That's it. They're all Jamaican now.
right? So yeah, I want to hear them communicate in combat this next time. So from here, what are our viable exits? We've got the stairs where the Petrov guard was.
So there are two other doors along the same wall that you walked out of, basically. So just down to your right, along the same wall, there are two other doors going somewhere. And then there are a set of stairs. There is a set of stairs in front of you to the left, leading down to the floor below you.
Well, I believe we need to clear and then go down. We want to make sure that the floor is clear and then work our way down. So I'm thinking going to the first door and taking a listen at it.
You don't hear anything initially.
25,
You do not hear anything at all.
same way. I motion to the group that I plan on going in, and I try to quietly as possible open the door.
I follow right behind.
This isn't anywhere near as bad, although there are a couple of dead people in here. It looks like this is a bar/mini kitchen. Not full-blown kitchen with stoves and stuff like that, but this is some sort of wait area. There's some refrigerators, a lot of taps. This is where they would get drinks, maybe small snacks and stuff like that.
Just more dead bodies.
Yeah, there's only two in here, and they're wearing what you would assume are wait staff clothes.
Well, if I'm comfortable that there's no ninjas in this room, I go to the
like
other
that
door.
picture Phil posted in Discord. There are currently 4 ninjas.
Oh man,
Exactly. You just don't know.
it's a weird day when you walk into a room, see 2 dead bodies, and think, oh well, this wasn't so bad.
Yeah. Comparatively. I'd go back to the main room and head to the second door.
All of them lead into that same room. They're just both exits.
Oh, both of them lead into
Yeah,
that.
both of them are exits into that
Okay.
same room.
Then it's time to head down the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth again. Doop 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 doopy doo. 32 for stealth.
Okay.
I motion for Chase and Shep to wait again.
Kelly, would you like to stealth with Shade?
22.
Okay. You head down to the second floor. You find yourselves on... It's a kitchen. It's a full chef's kitchen. There is a carpeted walkway, but the rest of it is a very nice, well-kept kitchen. There are no dead people in here. Though both of you remember seeing what can only be described as chef's smocks amongst the rabble upstairs. It grows to your mind that it looks like everyone that was in the building was shuffled to that third floor. And then everything went to hell.
I just want to do a investigation of the area just to make sure, based on Phil's photo, that I'm not missing any hidden ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
32 on that investigation
There's
roll.
one little one that pops out of a pantry. No,
Pops out of a cake? That'd be awesome.
It's like Vern Troyer size.
So it's more like a cupcake.
No, quieto.
Un poquito ninja.
He's dead, isn't he, Vern Troyer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are we sad about that? You don't find anything.
Assumed that everyone was shuffled.
You don't find any ninjas, I will say. You do find evidence of there is a locked briefcase that would normally be locked but is opened. Somebody has opened it. And inside is a lot of cocaine, untouched.
That seems pretty typical for their line of work. I'm not surprised to see something like that there.
The more surprising thing for you is that this other group was uninterested in it.
Right. But if they're just there to send a message as opposed to steal stuff, it's probably not too surprising they just left it behind. Again, I motion for Shep and Chase to meet us on that floor so that they can do whatever they want to do investigation-wise. And then my intention is to head down to the first floor.
Chep, they've been making patty melts all night. There's a couple sitting on in the heat right
Patty melts. Oh, that makes me so hungry right now.
And probably would be a little insensitive. However, I do hate to see a patty melt go to waste.
Surprisingly, Freddy's makes a good patty melt.
I had one of their burgers, I guess.
I just don't like their fries. They get cold too quickly.
You know who likes their fries? My toddler.
Huh.
It's on the way to my parents' house because we go up A and hit Cotner, right? We go right past Freddy's. And he sees Freddy's and screams French fries. Every time.
I just never liked Freddy's.
French fries!
I've been there a couple times. I'm trying to get a couple things. I just never liked anything there. I've been there a couple times. I'm trying to get a couple things.
Whoop,
Fuck.
whoop, whoop, hello.
Anyway, but yeah, on like the previous floor and on the next floor, all I would really be doing at this point is just kind of like I'm not an investigator, but I figure like me moving around is just going to make enough noise that if someone notices me, they're going to come at me. So I'm just kind of watching around to see if anything moves.
Mm-hmm.
Just a general perception of the room.
Right. And you don't see anything.
Okay.
Do you head down to the first floor as well, Shade and Kelly?
Yeah, I still want to do the same thing that we've been doing as Kelly and I sneaking down.
I'll let you keep your same stealth roll, so you don't have to keep
Okay.
rolling. You make it to the first floor. This is clear evidence of the kerfuffle with the police. In fact, at the landing going down to the first floor from the second floor, you find the remnants of the SWAT team. They did not fare well. There's amongst the probably 10 dead bodies, 2 of them are ninjas. These cops got handled.
Not wanting the police force that is still currently there to open fire on us. I just shout out that Vanguard's on the first floor
Okay.
and that we'll be exiting the building.
Hands up, please. Hands up.
To playing my song, butterflies fly away.
Okay, draw weapons. Vanguard. 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 The second SWAT team has clearly showed. They escort you past. What's the situation inside, sir?
Not pretty.
It is not pretty. We seem to have cleared the building of all hackers.
Do you have exits?
What's that?
Where'd they exit? We had the whole building covered.
Well, they exited through the rooftop. But of course, there was lots of ropes leading from building to building that they may have used to exit as well. While we were on the roof, we did cut those ropes down to try to prevent anybody else from escaping if they were still in the building. But we dispatched 3 of them ourselves up on the roof. And as we cleared the building coming down, we did not, 4, excuse me. And as we were clearing the building coming down, we did not see any others. However, you have got one hell of a bloodbath up on the 3rd floor.
Son of a bitch. All right. Sweep and clear. Sweep and clear.
There's a Petrov in there.
I'm sure there's probably more than one Petrov in there.
So this is gang related?
It looks like a hostile takeover.
Son of
Looks like someone was
bitch.
trying to send a message, that's for sure.
Well, there'll be a response to this. Thank you very
By
much
the
for
way,
your
you're
assistance.
going to need to set up some cones down the street. There's a missing manhole cover. You don't want anybody driving over that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and there's like a lot of coke in there that the ninjas seemed uninterested in.
We'll do a full clear. Thank you all very much for your assistance.
As always, you can call the Vanguard, because I'm sure you're going to need some statements from us.
You don't happen to know off the top of your head who this was, right?
This time,
Ninjas.
at this time, no, we don't.
Do you want me to put the manhole cover back? I could go get it.
It's probably evidence now.
I think it's evidence to be used later in a trial.
Oh, right.
An excessive force.
An excessive force case.
Civil lawsuit against a member of the junior member of the Vanguard.
Well, no, he would get the actual case. I would get the civil case for not training him appropriately.
Speaking of like not training properly, like those ninjas didn't seem to know what they were doing if they were trying to set up an escape route. Having those ropes attached to higher floors, that would take forever to climb up. If I were them, I would have set them at a downward angle so I could just slide down.
I assume that's how they got into the building, though. They slid down on him.
Oh. Yeah, that makes way more sense.
All right, what do you do now? Do you hang out to wait for the police? Do you leave? What's your plan?
I mean, we got to finish those training videos, right?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, that is indeed what we set out to do today. We would love to stay behind and help you, but we do have another case that we're working on. So, as I said, if you have any questions, you know how to contact the Vanguard. All of this has been recorded on our trackers, so they know exactly who was here. And we'd be happy to give any statements at that time.
Very good, sir. I'll have the proper people file with you. Thank you.
You bet. Good luck with this, and you might need to get a few vans from Service Masters for this one.
Yeah. All right. What do you do now?
So, Shep, need you to do another favor for us
Okay.
and return the trackers to my office.
Should I flip it over to the next video so the trackers don't get bored, sir?
Sure.
I can tell Laura wasn't paying attention. She'd have loved that joke.
I heard it. Doesn't want him to get bored.
I gather up all the trackers. I run back. I change to the VHS.
Which VHS is this one?
This is how to deal with frost powers.
Frost powers. Gotcha.
Mm.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys, when we were putting this together, look at the elemental powers and stuff, that stuff,
No.
when you were doing character creation? Laura,
Did I what?
look at like how the elemental powers or anything like that work when you were making.
No.
Are
'Cause
they
I
insane?
knew I didn't want to have
Dude.
elemental powers.
It's. There is no amount of time in the world that you could give me to figure that out.
Why make a game so freaking complex?
And only at character creation. The rest of it isn't that bad, right? Like, we have to, like, limp through combat, but we get there, right? But freaking character creation in this game is absurd. Absurd. It just makes me appreciate 5e, honestly. Because a drunk moron like myself can do that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially since there's a website that basically does it for you if you just click some buttons.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yes, what are you guys doing now? Where are you heading? Chep gets back after flipping the thing over. You're all back in the car.
Oh. I guess we're
Your 2019 Mazda 7.
I guess we're delivering DoorDash, wall covered in ninja blood.
That's normal DoorDash delivery.
Is there ninja blood? Did we actually?
Callie definitely has some amount of ninja blood. That dude is gonna need corrective surgery to breathe right again.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that we
I
had.
basically made him Voldemort.
Yeah. She gave him the Michael Jackson for free.
Yeah,
And
and then
the
there
dude's
was the
nose
other one
popped
that
like a
got
balloon.
Punched by Chet, punched by Chase, punched by Chet again. Basically just spinning around in circles.
Well, that guy has cauliflower ear. Forever. I love the Batman video games because they talk about that a little bit. It's like, I don't kill people. Yeah, but that guy's in a fucking wheelchair the rest of his life. Come on, man. Fucking jumped off a 2-story building and elbow dropped him.
The funniest one was Arkham Knight, the last one, where they were like, no, you see, the Batmobile has like an electric, it just shocks people when it hits them. No, you're getting hit with a car and a taser now. It's worse. You're getting hit by a
You're
car.
convulsing and tensing up
Worse.
as the vehicle's hitting.
After already getting concussion and breaking bones, you're convulsing in the street.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we going? Somebody say something.
I said we're doing
Going
a
back to the hospital.
delivery to
Going back to the
Synapse.
hospital. All right.
Yep.
At this point, it'd be fairly late.
All right, so something dinner appropriate. Pizza. He'd probably like pizza, right?
You know, it's still strange that 4 people in superhero outfits are delivering pizza.
And mildly covered in blood.
Right.
That
So,
part makes
should we
sense. For doing
change?
that, I'm saying.
Do we have disguises? Oh man, please tell me we have disguise kits.
Yeah,
No.
it's called your normal clothes.
Chase might be wearing his normal clothes.
Chase always wears a baseball uniform.
Chase.
I could change into like gym shorts and a baseball tee. That seems like something a DoorDash driver would wear.
He has the Marcus. It's gym shorts, a baseball tee, and flip flops with socks on.
No socks. Not that. I'm not a fucking heathen. But yeah, definitely Birkenstocks. Yeah.
I'm not so concerned about having to change. We're in a town where the crux is, and
Yeah.
seeing superheroes on the norm is an everyday thing.
A lot of them suck, but yeah.
Right.
All right.
Probably not usually bringing pizza into a hospital.
I'm thinking we don't need to bring pizza into the hospital. We could just go without the food unless you're hungry.
I guess in a roundabout way, I was kind of trying to say I was hungry.
Then just say you're hungry. We can always stop for food.
I'm good. I had 2 patty melts.
All right. No pizza for Chip.
Whoa. Let's not get crazy here. You didn't say you didn't want any.
I'm assuming that the hospital people know that Synapse is a super who's down there, so it wouldn't be unheard of that other supers might be coming to, like, bring him food.
Unless they don't know he's down there.
Then how does he get in?
He's got an entire floor named after him.
Which we still need to tell him to change. Let's just try walking in with pizza. And
Yep.
Kelly wants pizza now.
Let's just get, 8 larges and just go there.
In the time that we've talked about it, we could have done it.
All right. You have 8
Hey,
larges.
No, we're not doing. We're just grabbing whatever we can get from Pizza Shuttle.
8 larges. What's a pizza shuttle?
You've never been to a Pizza Shuttle?
What's a
Well,
Pizza
yeah,
Shuttle?
it was probably gone by the time you got to Lincoln.
it's probably more like the Little
Little
Caesars
Caesars.
hot and ready locker.
Oh, they
Ew.
were so much better than that.
I'm
Ew.
sure.
Little
But
Caesars.
I mean,
Little
that's,
Caesars.
that's
That-
available and they're
they're
$5
at
bucks.
Ford.
There's still pizza shuttles in the United States. I haven't seen one in Nebraska for a long time. They were like the king of the $5 pizza, and they were open till like 4:00 in the morning.
Ah,
I want pizza now.
For the
looks
drunk
like
crowd.
Looks like Lawrence, Kansas has one.
Yep, I knew they had them in Kansas.
pizza shuttle. All right. So you walk in with the pizza International Space Station, and you 8 larges, all of them anchovy Hawaiian, and you go down to 3rd basement. And you knock, shave, and a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Or use the intercom.
Just use the intercom.
Okay.
Okay, I'll use the intercom. Shave and a haircut.
What?
Supposed to say 2 bits.
If you're still hungry, we've got some pizza here for you.
All right. He lets you in. He's been playing Just Dance.
Oh, so he's like blue and sweaty?
Yeah.
Ew.
He's got a this one's for the boys sleeveless tee on with pink gym shorts that are way too short.
So
Good
wait,
for you, man.
So wait. You don't need the chair? You just have it?
No, he's not in the chair. He's in the chair right now. But he's wearing this one. He was playing Just Dance in his chair.
Okay. In my head, I imagined him just like doing Just Dance and then walking up to the door, and I'm like, wait.
Just getting back in his chair. Oh, that was a workout.
How many lies have you told us?
That's funnier. But no.
This one is the most
Is your
inappropriate.
skin even blue?
So he's sitting in his chair with these short shorts.
Yeah.
Is he man spreading?
Oh yeah, you can definitely see at least one testicle.
All right. Listen, look, you got to do something. Come on, cover that up. Cover that up.
It's my home, god damn it. You walked in.
The horse is out of the barn. Come
Ah,
on, cover that
fine.
up.
He wheels over, grabs a Nicolas Cage sequin. When you rub it, it turns into a bees. And then Nicolas Cage, and he puts it over his lap.
I could sue you for that. I'm underage.
You walked into my house.
Doesn't matter.
So what do you want? Also, pizza. There's plates in the second cabinet, right there. Second from the left.
No
You want
need,
us to-
sir.
Dirty your plates for pizza that you eat with your hands?
Oh, fine. We'll be heathens then. I, however, need a plate and a fork. And he wheels over.
I get him a plate and a fork.
Thank you.
No problem. So, smart people, what did we need to talk about?
Okay, what happened with the truck?
That's Corbin. That's not Shep at all. That's Corbin.
Were you? I think what Chep is meaning is, were you involved with the robbery of the truck full of AV equipment?
What truck?
Okay, so no.
There was a rob. I didn't rob anything. Okay, first off, I gave the thing back that I took.
Except for the money,
Right.
but you know, it's
No,
Well,
Synapse, we're just here to get some more answers. Sorry, we should have asked questions. A lot more questions last time we were here. I think we were just shocked to find you in the first place. Okay? But there was a lot of things that happened that day. A lot of things. I don't
Well,
remember if I don't remember.
yeah,
if we
I
told you
almost
about-
died, and I got
Right.
here.
Right. I don't know if we told you about it the last time we were here, but somebody opened up the pen on that day, and several of the guards were killed.
Okay.
And while that was going on, there was also a theft, as Kelly had said, a truck full of AV equipment, cables, monitors, things like that. Truck full of it, drives away and then just mysteriously disappears.
So the truck had AV equipment in it, drove away, and then disappeared.
Like off the grid completely. For the life of us,
Was it taking AV equipment from us?
That's what it seemed like.
No, it
Wasn't
was
it-
It was dropping.
it was
off
dropping
AV
it off at the. It was supposed to be dropping it off at the hospital for like new screens and rooms and things.
You remember from looking at the, Chase and Shep specifically were the ones who did it. But when you look at the loading dock cameras, the pallets of AV equipment, whatever, were sitting there. The gray screen thing happened. That happened down in the pen. And then everything was gone, including the truck driving away.
We have video of the truck driving away, but then it literally disappears. Where the cameras should be picking it up, it's no longer there. And we investigated the hell out of that, spent way too much time doing that. We thought maybe you might have any kind of idea of what happened to it, but you seem surprised to even hear about it.
No, but that makes sense.
I'm thinking they're diversions.
Well, one of them wasn't. Or all of them were.
What would be the point of opening up the pen other than to distract us from what's going on somewhere else?
Who opened it?
Pen?
We were not able to figure out who opened it.
There's a gap in security footage of about 45 seconds where it all goes blank. So it's either somebody with inside access or somebody with superpowers who can just turn those things off.
Okay.
And when we look at the logs, we can't see anybody accessing it.
Somebody had to have been able to access it.
Well, yeah.
That means somebody who can change the logs. I mean, somebody with talent. Somebody with access. No offense, but that's not Protector. Guy's not stupid, but he's not exactly a hacker.
Unless because of his...
Totally unrelated, but we caught this Mesmer guy in a series of bank robberies who made those people do inside jobs. Which reminds me, we should probably talk to that Arnie dude. I want to make sure he's okay.
What was that, Shade?
Oh, nothing. So
what-
you don't think the Protector had anything to do with opening up the pen? Unless he got someone else to do it for him?
It sounds like he had help. I mean, obviously he's behind all this. Obviously.
That was a lot of obviously.
Sorry, yeah. I'm thinking out loud. There's got to be somebody else. There's got to be another help. Who would have access?
If he had help and it's a hacker, I hate to toss it out there, Shade, but you know who the best hacker is.
Whirlwind.
Oh. Yeah. Him too.
Whirlwind's been in Iran for over 7 months, though.
Unless he's not.
Unless he's not.
But hasn't the Protector been over there quite a bit too?
He has been overseas. No one knows where.
It's because we can't track him. Have a hell of a time trying to track him. Okay, out of character, who was the name you just mentioned? Roland?
Whirlwind.
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 I don't know that I have him in my notes.
I remember hearing about him
He's
before.
been mentioned a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have him in my notes. So
We never encounter him, but he keeps getting mentioned in passing.
You would know him, Shade. At least in brief. His name is Babak Farad.
Babak Farad.
Babak Farad. Babak.
Okay, I'm going to type a couple notes here. You guys can ask questions if you want.
He's by no means an Iranian national, but he is from Iran initially. In fact, he got in a lot of trouble with the Iranian government, and that's what brought him to the Vanguard's attention initially. Through an exchange and some friendly handshaking, he was invited to join. He is a technomancer, meaning he can telepathically communicate with electronic devices around him. On top of that, he has a double doctorate in computer science and robotics.
I mean, even if he's been in Iran, the thing with cyber warfare that I'm learning is that you don't necessarily have to be physically in the location that you're wanting to hack. If you have access to the net and it's all part of the net, you can hack from really anywhere.
It's true.
The other thing to keep in mind, though, is they didn't just open the pen for everybody. They let out one specific prisoner.
Who'd they let out?
Give me a second.
Big guy.
Kane.
Kate.
Pain.
Oh, the hurricane? Shit. Well, I mean, if you wanted to cause a big kerfuffle, that's a pretty good one.
He made a mess. It was pretty gruesome. Almost as bad as what we saw earlier today.
So that sounds like a distraction. That sounds like a perfect distraction.
It does, but for a truck that you know we're going to see missing with the audio equipment and cables that we know are going to be missing, unless we've completely missed something that also happened.
You're right. It's like somebody didn't think about it. Whoever it was, they just... Either you're missing something, which is possible. Let's be honest. I've looked in all your minds. It's possible you're missing something.
Oh, I know we're missing a lot.
Or you're
See,
not.
We thought it was to cover up the missing page.
But that was you.
But that was you.
Hey, Shade.
Hey,
Ask
Jay.
a question.
Never have to ask permission to ask a question.
Before all that went down, this one's been bugging me. You had us looking for a room that didn't exist. What were we really looking for?
Oh, trust me, the room exists.
What room, Shade?
Room O.
Room 0.
Why were you looking for room 0, Shade?
It was missing.
Shade. You know what's in room 0, right? Who's in room 0?
Yes. I've been informed.
We have it.
Wait.
I think it's safe to assume that the truck and the pen were distractions.
To kidnap who was in room 0?
I mean, it could always be a concern. I mean, we never were able to find it. So I guess it could be a concern that what was in room 0 may have gone with the truck.
That's really bad. Shade.
Who's in room 0?
I can't. I'm not telling them that.
With comic book lore, would I know the biggest bad of the universe?
Yes, but there's very few apocalyptic bad guys.
I don't know a whole lot, but we're what we're doing is big, and it's like I don't have a whole lot to lose, but the rest of these guys do, and we're all we decided we were all in this together.
Boy, I think you're
What?
overestimating how much I have to lose.
Kelly, in
But you're keeping something from us.
your library of comics, tell me, did you ever run across any stories about the Druid?
Did I owe fourth wall?
Roll.
Comic book expertise.
I will tell you now, there are no comic books about it, but there might be. There might be, if you roll exceptionally well, something you've seen due to your obsession with heroes. And
I really should have put more ranks in this because of how obsessed I am, not the character thing, but that's fine. 16.
No.
Nope.
Do you all know how superheroes began on Earth?
No.
Nope.
I'm gonna go get whiskey. He starts wheeling away. Yes, everybody gets some, including Kelly.
Yeah.
It's my house. Everyone gets some.
Before the Vanguard, before the Crux, the Earth was actually visited. And from the entities that visited Earth, as they decided to help mankind, we started seeing not necessarily mutations, but similar things. And of the first generation of superheroes that came out, refer to them as the Druids. And Mike, correct me if I've effed any of this up.
Basically all of it, but I'll run with it for here.
What's that?
You're fine. Keep going.
So the ones that we call the originals were the Druids? Or are they different?
No, that's it's exactly right. And in room 0 is a remaining Druid.
The strongest.
So it's like when Zeus and all his brothers and sisters put his parents, Kronos and Gaia, in Tartarus.
Sorry, I'm a Greek mythology nerd.
Shade,
it's
would you tell them
basically-
everything?
Yes.
He would go on to tell you the story about the druid, in which the druid decided to help the rest of mankind by... The druid's power was it could create power. Decided to create more heroes out of what he decided was good people. Unfortunately, when the druid started to use its power, you can't open Pandora's box and then put the lid back on. So the sentient forests that now live in the world, large kaiju-esque monsters, children being born with superpowers, he made powers everywhere. And when the druid realized that he'd messed up, and it would have been better if nobody had these abilities, knowing he couldn't die, had himself put into a coma, a medically induced coma. Room 0 is his medical room, in which he still sits, sleeping.
Until now.
Potentially. Fuck Superman. This thing creates reality. Whatever it wants.
And to explain things even further, when we say that the room went missing, I literally mean the room went missing. One of the strange things about the Crux, it almost has its own defensive mode and can shift and change.
Mm-hmm.
The Crux does it all the time. And it does it for reasons we don't understand. We spent a month once trying to figure out why it moved the accounting department 300 feet farther away from the cafeteria. Turned out we accidentally hired 3 people with heart conditions. They just wanted them to walk farther.
How's the druid in this coma? Is he connected to the Crux anyway? Because that kind of like movement and shifting and reshaping reality kind of sounds like what he can do, and could he potentially be doing that subconsciously while in a coma? You know, like there's an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where there's a kid who's in a coma, and he's like controlling this nightmare monster that starts making everybody's nightmares come true because he's astral projecting. Could that be a thing that the druid's doing?
It's possible. I don't know.
I have a lot of really weird pop culture references that I think could potentially be things
Chuck,
sometimes.
what were we saying?
Are we in a nightmare right now?
Yes.
I know I fucking am.
Pinky.
Well,
The Crux. We don't know how the Crux works.
It's as if the Crux is a living entity on its own.
It was made based on designs from the Library of M. Well, Mesmero. The original.
funny that his son shows up right now too.
And we left him in the building.
Uh-huh.
It's actually his grant. Mesmero was an old hero, one of the original druids, or whatever. Original name was Edward Lycian or something. He was smart. That was his whole power. You know how they say you only use 10% of your brain, which is bullshit. That's not actually how that works, right? But you don't use your full capacity. Mesmeral's whole power is that anybody around him, he could just Wi-Fi hotspot and used all your extra whatever. So he's smart. That library with the book, with the page that you took from me, he wrote it. He wrote everything in there. Till he offed himself. Go figure, being smart was not fun. He basically designed the Crux, designed the Vanguard, designed everything, and then pieced out.
Point of clarification, Mesmero is not Mesmer.
No. They're not related.
Right.
Okay.
Just one of those, like, DC Marvel things where Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel have the same name, but not
So
the same
the
powers.
guy that we took in is not related to Mesmero.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just wanted to point
No,
that out.
his superhero name was Mesmero. His real name had nothing to do with that. Oversight on my end when I was making lore to begin with.
I mean, it's consistent with comic books.
Yeah. That's what
Yep.
I was trying to do. I was trying to put my head in the space of comic books, and everything has some fucking meaning to what they do, and sometimes they overlap. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, so how I have a couple questions. How did you get out of the Crux? Because this whole time we were assuming that you were on that truck.
That. He points at a metal doorway in the corner. We got it from the Kitty Cat Bandits like 4 years ago. It's a two-way teleporter. I put the other one in the bathroom. In the stall. The handicap stall.
Is it still connected? Because I kind of got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I got in there the other day. I wanted to see how things were going after you guys made a mess.
It's like Forrest Gump. I gotta pee.
Okay. So the Kitty Cat Club has teleports.
Not anymore. They spent a fortune trying to get it done.
So then the other question that, aside from where the fuck is the truck, is if Protecta is behind this, and all of it was a distraction to hijack, kidnap the druid, what does Protecta want with the druid? And where's he keeping him?
Well, from what it sounds like, how the Protector doesn't stand a chance against the Druid, right?
Well, the druid's in a coma.
Well, I guess if they kept the medically induced coma stuff, I figured if they broke him out, he'd be off the juice.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's the Protector anymore. I mean, you know why they call him the Protector, right? Shade?
I've always assumed because he was protecting the people of Earth.
Hell no.
What do you know that I don't?
Because he protects the druid.
On the flip side, what if the Protector takes his job protecting the druid so seriously, and he has realized that in these last few years he started to slow down, but he believes that his job is to protect the druid, but he can't slow down. He needs more power. Who can give him more power? The druid. So he wakes the druid up to give himself more power, puts the druid back to sleep so that he can continue protecting the druid.
That would be monumentally bad.
Yeah.
We need to start looking for things. Things that happened when Druid was around. Catastrophic events. Major changes. He awoke in the entire forest of the Rocky Mountains accidentally by walking through it once. Seriously, they have spirits there that attack you if you go walking in the fucking woods. Don't go to Colorado. Look for that. You look for that, maybe you'll find him. I'm gonna sneak back into the crux. I'm gonna see if I can find some information from the old times. I know where they keep them.
So now you're thinking that Protector had nothing to do with what happened at the Crux? Or if he did, it was to protect Druid?
I don't know. Only one of the old ones, like him, could have kept me out. So if it's not him, it's someone as bad as him. So it doesn't matter. Can't trust any of them. Not one. There's so few I can't read. I hate this. I hate this.
How about you send us a list of the ones that you can't read? And that gives us a starting point of people to check and see where they've been.
I can start with a list right now. Based on who's alive? The Kelly? The is basically Red Skull. He's if Captain America was an evil son of a bitch. Aquarian is Aquaman. Red Menace. And I think Betsy's dead, but I don't know. Maybe not. Outside of them and Protector, I don't think anyone else. Not that I know of anyway. Unless there's someone new. God, is there more? Do you think there could be more? Shade, do you think there could be more?
You know, anything's possible.
All right. I'm gonna go put on my camouflage. Go get my camouflage wheelchair. He starts reeling away.
Yeah, that's gonna work real well. Oof. Starting to wish we were watching the training videos.
What do we do?
Start looking for anomalies.
Yep.
Small ones if he's in a medical coma.
Okay.
If they're moving him, it should give us a path.
Do you leave?
Yeah, it's getting late. We should probably get back before they
Was there,
notice
any,
we're gone.
was there any other questions we had for him before we left? Anything at all?
I'm trying to get to one specific thing. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we now know where the other end of your teleport is, so if we have any questions, we don't have to like walk in the front door of the hospital and look very, very sketchy. We can just come in your bathroom. We'll bring you food. Oh,
Right, but that's a disabled bathroom. You wouldn't use that bathroom, would you?
I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna teleport.
I mean, that's fucked up, Kelly. What if I needed to use it?
Does it?
We'll knock.
I'll knock and see if you're in there.
Corbin's tired. Okay.
Do we want to set a time that we meet again, that we can share our information with each other?
Well, we have 2 days until our suit fittings, if we're gonna continue with that plan. So we could meet again in 24 hours, or
Does that give you enough time to do any research there, Synapse?
Maybe.
2 days and we just meet before our fittings
Let's do it.
or after.
Let's do it.
I just know that we don't really have a way to communicate with you without giving you away.
You agree?
Yeah.
You agree on meeting 2 days before your suit fitting?
You should also change the name of this secret laboratory, because one hacked through the hospital map records and it's clearly labeled Synapse Medical Laboratory.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's on the door.
I've been meaning to do something about that. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll work on that. With that, you leave.
I go through the teleport.
Heading home. You go through the teleport?
Yeah.
Okay. Does everybody go through the teleport?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Sure.
I hope nobody's in the bathroom when we get there.
No, nobody's using that. Because who would use that? That's fucked up. Don't say it. Handicap bathroom if you don't need to. Don't. What the fuck?
Oh, they're so much bigger.
Yeah, and they've got like those bars if you need like the extra push.
Right.
It's true.
I mean, you eat 8 extra large pizzas by yourself, you're gonna need those things.
I mean, they already get the best parking spots.
Shut up.
Ugh.
You all get a long rest. You're at 100% health. Next morning, Shade, going through your coffee and news reels, you see that there was another ninja sighting the previous night.
There's another ninja attack?
Yes. This one, the address based on this, you're aware of this location. It's another Petrov location that they generally keep arms distribution. Okay? So, all of your suspicions confirmed on that. What's more interesting is that the news reported on a crime fighter doing battle with them on the rooftop. Now, the video is shaky, and they don't get a good sign of it. But it's a caped crime fighter with a large purple hat that seems to be only half the height of any of the ninjas. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back Sunday with something. Tuesday, R&D. Wednesday, Tyranny of Loras. And next Thursday with more Mutants and Masterminds. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Hey, Raid.
Right. Yes. I will figure out how to do that. Yes. I'm figuring out how to do that right now.
Raid. Everybody.
There we go.
Raid.
I did it.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Oh,